going. Okay, our next guests prove you just never know where and when love will bloom.
That's right. She's the very talented Lisa Hartman. You've seen her on Knots Landing and in the steamy The Sex Tape Scandal.
Yeah.
He is Gary Davis, a man who makes hearts stop around here, as well as being a Hollywood stuntman in films like Lethal Weapon 2 and the newly released Black Rain.
Please welcome the soon-to-be-wed Lisa Hartman and Gary Davis.
Like an ad.
How are you? You'll be here.
Yes, come on.
Okay.
Hi again, Gary. Nice to see you.
Well, is this the most gorgeous couple?
Oh, you're so nice. This is good for us.
I can't wait for you to have children.
That's what everybody is saying. The gene pool in this family is going to be fabulous.
Awful if they were homely? I mean, how would you explain them? That can happen, you know.
I know.
But they'll be in such great shape.
Yes, they will. We make them work out and be very active.
So tell us about the proposal, the wedding. We're all dying to hear.
You know, we met actually about 7 years ago. I was doing a movie for television, and Gary was second unit directing and stuff. And we met and were friendly, and then went on with our lives. And then we did the sex tape scandals that you all mentioned. Sex, is that right? They changed the title.
Full exposure.
Full exposure.
Oh, they changed it to
Full
that.
exposure, the sex tape scandal or something. Doesn't matter. Anyway, we did this, and we were shooting in November, and we worked for like 3 weeks together, and then our first actual date was Thanksgiving. We had a big family Thanksgiving dinner. It was wonderful, and we've been inseparable ever since.
That's so nice. When did you get engaged?
Valentine's
Day.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day. Did you get on your knee?
No.
I couldn't get out from underneath the table.
He took me to a great restaurant, and he it was so, I mean, to talk about it now, it was really surprising, and it was beautiful, and it was romantic, and all those wonderful things.
When are you getting married?
We haven't set a date yet. We don't know for sure. We've got so many things going on, and we don't know where we want to do it, and who we want to invite.
Not thought for the first of the year, anyway.
And it's very difficult with your schedules. I mean, are you consulting books? You talk to my secretary, I'll talk to your... You know, I mean, where are you a month from now on this date?
We've been pretty lucky, actually.
Yeah, we came here, and I have a movie coming on, and then they changed the date. It's The Operation with Joe Penny from Jake and the Fat Man for the ladies. Everybody loves Joe.
A movie for television?
Yes.
All right, we look for it.
And it was coming on actually in a few days, and then they've moved it. So, you know, like you're saying, the schedule keeps changing, and then I'm going off to do a picture, which we're excited. We're going to go down to Miami. I'm going to do a thing with Ray Sharkey. So now so it's, you know, I mean, it's great. It's wonderful to have the work. So, but we need to block out some time and
now, Gary,
do it.
You're a stuntman, and you know it's interesting because we never really get to meet stuntmen. How did that get started for you?
Oh gosh, 12 years ago, I was riding motorcycles and jumping motorcycles, and Evel Knievel and I were rivals.
Really?
And they needed somebody in the picture business who was able to do that, so they drafted me. I didn't know anything about the picture business then.
He's very humble. You see, Gary and Knievel were rivals, like he said, and he held the world's record for 3 years for distance, for jumping. He's in the Guinness Book and
made Evel crazy.
Old
Made him crazy.
Oh, absolutely.
But how do you feel about that danger involved in his work?
Well, he, fortunately, you know, we've been together a year, and he's doing more and more second unit directing, and he coordinates more. So, you know, he'll get in there every now and then. He doubles Bruce Boxleitner, just about everything Bruce does, right?
Yeah. Wow.
And he does things occasionally, but more and more he's directing and coordinating, which is good.
Any close calls? Any time when you went, I think I ought to get out of this?
Yeah, occasionally.
Really?
About every other month, you get enough of a rush to say, well,
maybe.
just think about it again.
Yeah.
Tell us about your early part of your career. I don't think everyone is aware that you have been in show business since you were a little girl.
I was tiny, I know. I feel so old.
You just started early.
So nice of you to say.
She was talking about that earlier.
I was just saying that.
You
in the
go
dressing
non-stop.
room.
I don't know how you do the
Non-stop.
schedule.
Non-stop.
You do. You're unbelievable.
I'm really only 22. How old are you? I just look this way from the hours I keep.
You're amazing.
Now,
No, I know. I started doing baby commercials, and I did a lot of local theater and stuff. And then my family, we all moved to Jersey. I joke, I say I learned all my dirty words in New Jersey. I was in 2nd and 3rd grade, and these kids, I mean, I would come home with dialogue with Mother. Mom, what does this mean? She was like, yeah, we're moving back to Houston. So I moved back to Houston, and I taught all the kids there all the dirty words I learned in Jersey.
You're
I was
famous
like,
there.
the hot thing, right?
In fact, I was just in Houston. They talked about that very thing.
I'm sure they did.
that's right, you were yesterday.
So then I just got more and more involved locally, and then I put my own band together when I was about 16, and then I was really lucky. It was the story about someone coming through town, and it was a record producer named Jeff Barry. He came and heard me sing at this terrible club I was in, and he signed me, and I cut my first record in '77 or something, and then I got Tabitha for ABC.
Yeah.
It was
That
like
was a
my
fun
first
show.
job.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it, you know.
Yeah.
And then I've cut about 4 albums, I guess. I'm getting ready to start another one in a couple of months.
Is singing your favorite thing?
Yeah,
You think
I love
it's
it.
your
I
first
love
love?
them
Was,
both.
too.
You know, it used to be, and I've been lucky in that as the years have passed, I've worked with so many interesting men and women and directors, and I've learned so much, and I've had more of a success in that area.
Yeah.
So, you know, now I'm looking for more, like working with Ray Sharkey. I love his work.
What a joy that
And I
will
just
be.
can't wait. And,
I
and working with
bet.
Joe, you know, I was talking to my mother the other night. I said, if you can learn one thing from each actor you work with, just one. If you can walk away from a project with one thing that you score, you know, and I know that's going to happen for me this time with Ray. So, but the music, then, you know, then you get into that, and when you're involved in that, then that's the most important
Does she
thing.
sing to you,
I was just
Gary?
gonna-
Were you?
Not as often as I would like. I'm always asking her to.
Do you have a favorite song that she sings?
No.
Oh, no, I don't think so.
No?
No. He always says, you never sing, but it's not something you do. It's like you don't
It's your
stun
work.
around the room, you know what I mean?
You know, I hope he doesn't.
Gary, do you think
Well,
that
actually,
being in show business is going to help the relationship coming from your stunt background now? Do you have a better understanding of Lisa's schedule, and the two of you have a lot more in common?
Oh, sure. Oh, sure. And that doesn't make it any easier if she's on location and I'm on location
Yeah.
in two very
No, it
different
doesn't.
places.
That's hard. That's
But,
really hard. Do your families both like each of you?
Yeah.
I mean, has that all been a wonderful
yeah.
coming together?
His
Oh, sure.
dad was with us at Christmas, and then his mom came down. They've, you know, made a couple of trips. They're up in Northern California.
And we just spent the whole weekend with her family in Houston. We were there yesterday,
You,
too.
I was there
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. We
Really,
just-
I really
we just
was.
missed each
Yeah.
other, I
I
think,
was in the airport waiting. I was wandering, eating popcorn. You know, I was that one.
Yeah, that was us too.
Have either of you ever been married before?
I have.
Just once for Gary.
And
I
you've
never-
held out for quite a while.
Yeah, I really never thought about it. I would.
Are you scared now?
Sure,
A little,
but
sure.
it's good. I mean, we just get along so great.
And you're probably ready.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know if you ever are or not. You know, it's
And
God, I hope she's ready.
Oh, see, you did get on your knee, finally, on television.
It's a scary thing to do, you know,
is
it really
scary.
is. I mean, statistics are so discouraging and all that, but, you know, you have to go into it with a good attitude, and that's what
Yeah.
I'm going to do.
We like that word.
Yes, yes.
Are you planning to have a family?
I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, I don't know. You just... I would like. There's a part of me that would love to have a lot of little children and a house with a lot of trees and property and leaves and dogs and all that stuff. You
She's
know.
such a busy girl, though.
I think we're all faced with the same.
Yeah.
We don't have children either.
Yeah,
It's
tough.
not easy.
I think we're both children, and we sort of feel that right now, and I think
Yeah.
we're going to play
In
and,
each other.
and love and live for a while. And
Now, we know
Fun
that
thing to do.
you're very into nutrition and
yeah.
health and exercise.
oh, I was watching the tofu.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
delicious.
Now, you created something for all of us that we can actually do. This is something
all the
I
women
could
in the world.
actually do.
Great. Well-
So get up and show us what it is.
Okay.
Lisa.
Well, let me explain first before we
Okay.
get up. It's
Sit down.
it's an exercise. This is because of traveling and all, and even
Right.
if you don't travel, women like to work on their tushes and their legs. That's what we all like to, right?
Please.
So this is called a. This is a mic, but it's not a growth.
Okay.
I'll take my shoes off.
Where's the
This is
We have to take our shoes off?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
you
It would
should.
help.
I guess. Thank God
Okay.
there's carpet. It's a lunge walk or a squat walk, and what we do is, I probably should hold on to you step out, you make a big step, and you go almost to the ground with your knee. You keep straight up, and you walk as far as you can.
Now, are
And
you
do
tightening
this-
your buttocks while we're
Yes,
doing
you
this?
squeeze everything, and as you do it, you get tired. I mean, you can probably do about 10 steps. You guys want to try it?
Yeah, we're gonna.
Very good.
Is your buttocks in?
No.
I bet it isn't. She
Let me
lies
get
a lot. When we come back,
How do we look?
questions we need to ask.
I'll just walk over
about
to Gary.
something. What is it? About sex and love. But first we want to thank
this, Gary?
Davis
I
and
coach.
Lisa Hartman. Thank you for being with us. We'll be right back.